What made you realize that you were deeply traumatized? I kept finding myself surrounded by narcissistic and histrionic friends. Coming from an abusive household where my mom was a narcissist, I didn't realize that what that meant at that time. I just thought she was overly critical and that I was a bad person. Eventually, I recognized that one of my friends was a narcissist, and then it hit that my mom was too. This realization led me to see that I've been taken advantage of by many people and that I'm codependent. I've come to understand that a lot of behaviors, like being overly alert, secretive, people pleasing, avoiding others, and setting weak boundaries, are trauma responses. I've had many moments of revelation throughout my life, but the most recent one happened today when I was getting a bowl of cereal out of the cupboard. I made some noise and I flinched so bad and felt scared, just like when I lived with my biological dad. I realized I've never felt okay making noise or feeling safe with communicating. Everything suddenly made sense, all the things I've been trying to understand recently. The real history behind it is awful. And it came all rushing back. It's almost impossible to break the habits of being quiet, feeling like it's okay to eat, and struggling to communicate. Today brought back those fresh memories, the complications and mistakes I've made as a result. I've been a mess all day. I would tell him about my childhood and my relationship with my parents, just everyday stuff. And he would respond with, "That's messed up." At first, I didn't understand, like, what do you mean? You weren't yelled at every day since you were 6? Then I turned 25. It was like all the puzzle pieces that had been hovering finally clicked into place. Within a month of my birthday, I had a fully mental breakdown because I realized that the people I had loved my whole life had actually abused me. Memories that once had a fuzzy haze over them, where my brain would say, "I didn't like that, but don't worry about it," became clear. I realized, oh, that was a traumatic event. When I was 12, I wanted to unalive myself. I was in such a dark place that I thought life wasn't worth living. The weight of those feelings was overwhelming, but I kept it all to myself, never telling anyone what was going on in my head. I felt so alone, convinced that nobody could understand the pain I was going through. At the time, I couldn't see any way out of the darkness. I felt trapped in my own thoughts, believing that nothing would ever get better. It's only now, looking back, that I realized just how much I was struggling and how bad I needed help. But back then, I just couldn't reach out to anyone. It's taken me years to work through those feelings and start to heal. Even now, I'm still on that journey, slowly learning how to find light in the midst of the shadows that once consumed me. Thank you for watching and have an amazing day and night. I hope you'll come back and watch even more comfort stories.